This film is brought to you by Radius Financial. This film may contain video that is not suitable for all audiences. Broker discretion advised. Hello, and welcome to Beyond, Mortgage Architects 2015 National Conference in sunny San Diego. This year, we decided to do things a bit differently. We sent some of our staff out to scout locations and look for things to do in San Diego. Louisa and Miney partied it up in Gaslamp, while Dong and Harcharan took Albert over to the zoo. Things were looking chill for Karen and Joanne at the beach, and the entire crew visited some historical sites. What? Seriously? What are you guys doing there? Oops. This year, we're happy you've joined us from across Canada to participate in Beyond. To explore this year's theme, we visited brokers across Canada to explore how they take their business beyond. Let's hear what they have to say. Tell us a story about how you made an impact on someone's life.
You know, I think the thing I'm most proud about with our business is I think we make an impact on every client that we touch, because we don't focus as much on getting people into the mortgage. We focus more on helping people get out of their mortgage. We teach a system for paying a mortgage off in 13 or less years, and it's simple and it's productive. And essentially, you can see the difference in people when they get it. There's an aha moment in the education, and focusing on education makes it easier for people to refer others to us and so on. So I would say that impact that we make, that aha moment, it makes us proud to be in the business. We're not just putting people into mortgages, we're helping them build equity.
Well, that would be, I do quite a bit of divorce work, so helping couples after a separation, trying to divide up the assets and just making sure that everybody can qualify and be still in a home, and often working with both sides of, making sure there's two houses out of it.
A while back, I had a realtor come into my office and asked if I could help out a family friend. She still is a hardworking mother of two young kids. One is autistic, so she needs some help. They wanted to buy a condo so they could have less payments than what they're paying for rent. So I went through the entire file. I contacted Shane Lapointe from Radius and got in touch with Janice Tinker, and she was awesome, and she helped me kind of stick handle the file, and we got her approved. And she moved in, and now her monthly payments are less than, with their mortgage and everything included, less than what she was paying in rent. And realtor's super elated.
For me, I would say the biggest impact I've done on someone's life is the single parent, I should say, mom or father who's raising a child and never thought they'd see home ownership. And when I get them into the home, it just feels so great to accomplish that for them.
Tell us a story about a memorable transaction.
So that would be my clients who were in labor at Children's Hospital having their first baby, and it also happened to be subject removal. So they had to review their approval for their mortgage and sign off on the subject removal. So the realtor and I were in the waiting room at Children's, waiting for a moment to kind of step in and get things reviewed.
Okay, there was a mother and daughter that just came in after meeting with the big bank. They were told that they would be able to get a larger mortgage, so they were pretty dejected when they came into my office. But after doing a full review and spending some time going through the whole process, I was able to show them that they actually could qualify for the larger mortgage. So they were pretty happy. We did actually get it all completed, and they moved into their house in about 3 weeks.
That's easy. A client of mine by the name of Mike, he tried to buy a home, this lake that he wanted to get onto, and was never able to. He went to the bank and they said no, and somehow he got to me. And I was able to get him that financing. Anyhow, we never saw each other face to face for any sign off. So weeks later, I drove by his place and he was mowing his lawn. He didn't know who I was. I pull up and I put my window down and he says, "Hi." I said, "Hey Mike, it's Lisa LaFrance." He jumped off that mower and gave me a hug so big, right through my window. I'll never forget that.
what motivates you to go beyond your expectations?
For me as a mortgage broker, I value the extent by which I can connect with my clients one-on-one and give them advice, map out their financial comfort zone, giving them the options that they have through the resources that we are given by mortgage architects, and that means a lot to me.
I don't feel like we have to get motivated to do that. I feel like that should be the low bar, you know, is going above and beyond expectations. First of all, isn't very difficult when you're competing against banks, and it's not that difficult when you're competing against the average mortgage broker. You know, a lot of transactional brokers out there who go deal to deal chasing commission, and for us, we've taken a different approach altogether. Actually, I think that's something that you would find to be quite common amongst MA brokers. When you teach and you empower somebody to be smarter and to feel more comfortable, well, you become an order taker. You know, it's just logical that when the work needs to be done, they call you and say, hey, you know, you taught me all about how this works. I think we know what we want now. Can you make it happen? And we say, yeah, sure, we can make it happen. You know, that's the easy part. So the education and the empowerment really sets us apart.
The most important thing for me is to make sure that all my clients are happy when I close a deal with them. I want them to feel a positive experience, and I want them to know that they took the best decision.
Ensuite de ça, qu'est-ce qui me motive d'aller au-delà de mes attentes? Je veux faire une différence quand je sers un client. C'est pas juste une hypothèque, donc c'est d'établir une relation, puis de continuer. Puis ce qui est le fun, bien, après 12 années, ce que je vois les enfants grandir, je commence à faire les enfants de mes clients, et ça, je pense, c'est le plus beau cadeau, quand nos clients nous reviennent comme ça.
I work with a lot of first-time home buyers. I like that part of the business, and just helping people get into their first home. I find that really satisfying, and you know, they're achieving a huge life goal there by getting their first mortgage and their first house.
It's easy. I just treat people how I want to be treated. I always want to be remembered in a positive way.
If you're not going above and beyond things that you've already mastered, then you're really not allowing yourself to grow and improve. So that's why I always try to go the extra step. So I always think I can learn something new.
Once again, for me, it's pride. I take pride in who I am as a person, and that just reflects on what I do for work, what I do in my life, and everything. I'm proud of everything I do in my life, and I want other people to see that pride in me, and I want people to be proud of me as well. It translated all the way through my whole life. So I'd have to say pride is what keeps me going, and what keeps me moving beyond just the normalcy.
That my goal is to make a difference in the lives of those I deal with. And that, in a nutshell, will always keep me focused on why I'm doing what I do. It's not about the size of the deal, it's not about the paycheck. It's about being the best I can and making a difference in someone's life. And if I do that job correctly, the money will follow, everything else will follow. But making a difference in someone's life is why I do what I do, and I love it.
Always great to hear from our network. We're really excited to spend the next 2 days here in California. We've got a great lineup, so stay tuned.